I'm Jonathan Schulteis, and I work at North Carolina State University. And one of the things that I do is I work in the horticultural science department, and we work with vegetable crops, but primarily cucurbits in our program and sweet potatoes, which we're going to talk about today. The project that I lead is a cultural management program. And what does that mean? We want to try to be able to grow a crop or have a practice that allows us to grow the crop more efficiently so that the grower can make more money and hopefully be environmentally conscious as well. So we wanted to share with you some of the things that we're doing, particularly with respect to the guava root knot nematode challenge that we have with sweet potatoes. It's a real problem, a real challenge to be able to find things where we can manage that problem. We're doing some things with crop rotation and those sort of things. But this particular study, we have 2 different clones that will probably be released by the sweet potato breeding program. And I might emphasize that we work very closely with the sweet potato breeding program led by Dr. Yensho and the nematology program led by Dr. Gorney. But we want to look at some of the aspects related to cultural management today with these 2 new clones that may be released so that we'll know how to grow them better. One of the key things in this particular study is one of the clones has orange flesh, and we'll kind of cut it open and show you that in a minute, and it has resistance to guava root knot nematode.
So what we have here behind me is a nitrogen rate study. We are evaluating 5 different nitrogen rates ranging from 0 all the way up to 160 pounds per acre. And we are evaluating those 5 rates on 3 different clones. Like Jonathan mentioned, one of them is that NC091105, which is an orange-fleshed Covington type sweet potato clone. And one note I will say is that compared to Covington, it is slightly more of a red-skinned, but it is very comparable, I think, in terms of flesh color and shapes.
Okay, so that's an exciting development because this has guava root knot nematode resistance. Mm-hmm. And Covington, which is our main variety, does not, correct?
Yeah, so what we think is this might be kind of a stop holder for growers that have some nematode issues and need something that looks like Covington, packs like Covington, to grow in their fields with high nematode pressure.
So, you know, another thing about it is that you're looking at the nitrogen rate to try to find and zero in on that rate that would really work well. And this is a particularly good year to look at that because we've had all this rain. And so we probably will get some pretty good differences between those rates that we're looking at. And
actually looking behind me, I mean, you can see in this field, it's maybe hard to tell from this angle, but we do have some differences in our colors. The light green here close to us, and then some darker green out and further in the field. I have a drone shot that will be included in the poster presentation I have by the registration area. And that kind of shows the differences in the plant foliage color very, very well.
Now, one of the other things that we might want to talk about and discuss just a little bit is this is the field study that we have here. We also have another field study, don't we?
Yes, so we do have 2 locations of this study. We have one here at the Clinton Research Station, and then we have another study located in Nash County with a grower cooperator on farm.
And so the other thing about it is this is a really holistic project, because even though we're looking at nitrogen, we're looking at all aspects from seed to the post-harvest aspect. Can you just elaborate a little bit on the post-harvest component?
Yeah, so one of the big concerns with NC091105, it was originally bred in 2009, but it was cut due to having some long-term storage issues. So with this study, we are taking a lug from each plot and doing a long-term storage study. So we'll be putting them in typical storage conditions and then weighing them at 1 month, 2 months, all the way up to 10 months after harvest. To hopefully kind of nail down what those storage issues exactly are and how we can address them.
So that'll be a nice comparison because we'll have Covington in there as we do in this study. And I might just pull one of these Covington roots out And we might cut that real quickly just to show that hopefully we have this color. This is the 1105. Actually, it looks a little darker in this. I don't know if you can pick that up in the camera. And this is Covington on my left, or your right as you're looking at it. And so both of those, this is the standard Covington, and this is the 1105. The 1105 does seem to be a little bit longer than the Covington as well. And then we are looking at the storage issues. Do you want to just jump real quickly to the specialty type that we're looking at as well?
So in addition to NC09, 1105, and Covington, which are two table stock orange flesh types, we also have this NC15 0728, which is a yellow fleshed and tan skinned sweet potato. Tended more for specialty markets, but some growers have expressed interest in having it in their trials. And so we decided that it'd be a good addition for this nitrogen study as well to kind of nail down what rate of fertilizer it would like best.
And so we're trying to be proactive and take care of looking at some of these cultural management practices for both of these clones, especially the 1105, that's the orange flesh, with the yellow flesh one being another option for our growers perhaps to improve their markets. And so with that, we're really excited. We haven't dug any of these, right?
Yep.
But we're hoping to start digging next week.
Correct.
So we're excited what we're going to find, and we want to thank the North Carolina Sweet Potato Commission for funding this study.